Thank you all for joining us today as we announce our 11 endangered properties at their 11th hour. The Bluegrass Trust, as Sheila mentioned, for historic preservation was founded in 1955 when bulldozers demolished the Thomas Hart House located at the corner of Mill and 2nd Street. To this day, 59 years later, we still have a parking lot in this place. In fact, you can see the site in the parking lot right behind you through those windows. The bulldozer was then headed toward the Hunt Morgan House, this house, and further on into Grass Park when some of the great citizens of Lexington rallied to form the Bluegrass Trust. They've also purchased the Hunt Morgan House and they stopped the demolition project that was going on. We are the 14th oldest preservation organization in the United States. We have an enduring legacy of stepping up to save properties ourselves. To mention a few, they include the Adam Rankin House on South Mill, the Stillfield Log House on South Upper, both of those are in Lexington, and more recently, 543 West 3rd Street in Lexington. Then in Danville, we have recently saved the Willis Greenhouse in Danville, Kentucky. Today's conversation is about a group of properties with remarkable historic fabric. We want to shine the light on them in the hope of starting a meaningful conversation to encourage their preservation. In your handout, does everybody have a handout? Or in the Preservation Matters, it is the information that I will be presenting this morning along with pictures of each property. Now the criteria we use for significance: proximity to proposed or current development, lack of protection from demolition, structural condition, and architectural significance. We always have the goal of working with the owner to find long-term solutions for the listed properties. Last year, as was mentioned, we named the Matthews and Ligon houses on South Limestone, which is part of the University of Kentucky campus, to our list. Then we began hearing quite an amazing number of community-wide tales of beloved teachers who lived in those houses. We were surprised and really pleased. That is an example of more than just the built environment. It is the human side of bricks and mortar. The properties represent a special time in the university's history, and we again encourage UK and the College of Law to think creatively about saving them. Those two properties will remain on the endangered list for 2014, numbers 1 and 2 in your handout, along with 9 more that are also on the University of Kentucky campus. As a result of a recent master planning exercise by UK, a number of significant properties on the UK campus are slated for demolition. Now there's stored energy in all buildings. There's the energy it took to create the materials, the energy it took to transport the materials, and the energy it took to assemble and build the houses or the buildings with those materials. According to the National Trust for Historic Preservation, it takes about 65 years for an energy-efficient new building to save the amount of energy lost in demolishing an existing building. Still, the university announced that the Winter Grin Laboratory at 600 Rose Street is scheduled for demolition at the end of the current school year. This is a significant piece of national architectural and aeronautical history. There's also a building designed by the important architect Ernst Johnston, who also designed Holmes Hall, Jewell Hall, and some say Donovan Hall.